Hey, it's Mr. Redstone, and in this video we're going to be writing linear equations in slope-intercept form when we're given a point and a slope. First, a bit of vocabulary. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. It tells the reader the slope and the y-intercept of your line. Well, we know the slope of these lines, but we don't know the y-intercept. So we're going to find it two ways. First, we're going to use the graph. This is helpful if you don't know how to use the equation. You can always graph out the information that's given. For instance, we know that this goes through 6, 1, and we know that every time x increases by 3, y increases by 2, your slope of 2/3. And knowing this, we can backtrack to find subsequent points and see where our line will cross the y-axis. In this case, it looks like it's going to be -3. And you're done. We know the y-intercept, we know the slope, we can write the equation of our line. It's going to be y equals 2/3 of x, take away 3. There you go. Now, how would you have done it without a grid? Algebraically, you do the exact same thing. You use the point and the slope that was given to work backwards to find the y-intercept. So we know m is 2/3. We know our x and y, the point on the line, is 6, 1. So let's just feed these into the equation. Y is 1, m is 2/3, x is 6, b we're not sure about yet. So 1 is going to be 2/3 of 6, which is 4. Subtract 4 from each side to get -3. And a lot of students will stop here, but you're not done yet, because remember, it asks you for the equation of the line. So we have to write it in the form y equals mx plus b. Our slope will be 2/3, and our y-intercept will be -3. Put a box around it, you're done. So what I'd like to do in the next example is do the algebraic solution first and then use the graph as a check on our work. What line is the slope of -2 going through the point -3, 10? I start by writing this equation. You're probably going to write it a lot this unit. We know m, we know our x and y. The only thing we didn't know was b. So 10 is equal to -2 times -3 plus b, or 10 is equal to 6 plus b. Subtract 6 from each side, you'll get a y-intercept of 4. So the equation of our line would be -2x plus 4. Now to check our work, and your teacher may not ask you to do this, but it's always good practice. That's the equation that relates all of the x's and y's. So if I were to substitute in the value of x and y, the left and the right-hand side should be the same. And they are. -2 times -3 plus 4 is 10. As another check on our work, let's plot the information that was given. -3, 10 is up there. A slope of -2 means every time x increases by 1, y is going down by 2. So we plot several points just to see where it crosses the y-axis, and we see that the y-intercept is indeed 4. Our check verifies the answer that we came up with. That's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something, and I will see you on the next one.